What if you had to choose between two things? One is something that everyone around you and probably society in general thinks is important and meaningful. And the other is something that just makes you happy and you feel satisfied doing. And what if that one that made you satisfied and happy also helped pay the bills? Doesn't seem like too much of a dilemma, right? But it's a bit more complicated than that. There's actually a lot at stake. Those of you that have been watching the Brisbane Channel for a while will know that I've been teasing some really exciting things for 2025, and I'll definitely let you know a lot more detail about that in the video. But you probably also know that I've been, I'm millimeters away from completing a PhD. And the YouTube channel, the PhD, well, I realized I was taking way too long to get to the point, so let's speed it up. In a nutshell, I'd planned to complete the PhD, submit that, and then jump across straight away into throwing myself into working on the Brisbane Channel. The problem is that there was one little checkbox, a little administrative thing that had been missed that put everything back by a matter of weeks or even months. So it came down to the choice. I had to choose, did I jump on the momentum that had been building on the channel and just focus on that and potentially let the PhD go? Or did I let things cool down on the channel in order to get the PhD done? I can't put, oh, that's a bit high. That looks better. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going full time with the Brisbane Channel. I've seen that, people have really been connecting with the weekly updates that I've been doing, but when I've been juggling different things, I just haven't had time to really dedicate to letting the channel realize its full potential. And I think there is so much potential in the channel if I can just have the time to throw myself into it. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm really, really excited because there's some exciting things coming up that I'm going to tell you about in a second. But this desk, you may be wondering, because this has kind of been in the video all the way through. This is kind of, to me, a little bit of a symbol of the transition from YouTube being a hobby or a side hustle to being my full-time thing. I'm going to be spending a lot of time researching online, a lot of time, emailing different people that can help with the videos. Also editing. Editing takes so much time. It is ridiculous the amount of time I spend editing for each video. So, I've been using this crappy desk. It's, I won't tell you where I got it from, but let's just say I put it together as well, just like I did this one. And, I've stuck some fake wood look tiles on here. I've got electrical tape that did look good when I first put it on for that black edge on it, but it's just worn down. It looks really bad, and it doesn't make me feel professional for sure. So I kind of wanted a workspace where I could feel that I could not only feel that, hey, this is my job, I'm at work and I'm in a professional setting, but also that could be flexible and versatile, because I want to be able to, if I can, I'm sitting for hours and hours and hours editing. So if I can, raise it up and work standing, I think that it's just healthier, and just that change of sitting, standing, if I can transition between the two from time to time, just helps break up the monotony as well. So I mean, I'm sure there's a whole heap of health benefits to using a standing desk, but I want to also be able to sit down and work at the keyboard as well. So anyway, I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But the thing I'm really excited to talk to you about are the things that are coming to the channel. Major changes, and it's going to be good for you, and hopefully it'll be good for me too. But yeah, I'll get to that. But first, I just need to tidy up here. I need to move everything off here, move this desk out, and everything onto this desk, move this desk in. So I'll tell you about those things that are coming up once I've done that. All right, so let's get to the really exciting bit, and that is all of the things that are about to happen on the Brisbane Channel. So the weekly updates have been really, really popular, so there's no way I'm going to stop them. So we're going to have the weekly updates every week, but then the plan is to have at least one video in between those weekly updates. And my goal for the channel is really about bringing value to you, the viewer. So of course I want to do things that I'm interested in, but the main thing is that I bring value to the people who are living in Brisbane or people who are thinking of moving to Brisbane, so that there can be different informational, interesting things that are related to life in Brisbane, things that can make your life here in Brisbane even better. It could be just where to get a coffee once all the usual cafes close at 3 or 4 o'clock. Where do you get a coffee late in the day? Or it could be some financial planning things. How do you deal with the increasing cost of living? What are some tips that can help you with that? Or maybe, things about your home, about maybe things to be aware of and to keep your home in good condition. All different things that are specific to the Brisbane area. And so any of the businesses that I work with as sponsors, or businesses that I promote, they're going to have a Brisbane connection. Either they are Brisbane based, or they have something that is specifically useful for people who are living in Brisbane. So I'm really going to be careful from this point onward about who actually I feature on the channel. It's going to be very, very much focused at Brisbane. It's called the Brisbane Channel, so everything needs to have that Brisbane connection. So that's the plan. Just bringing things that are going to be valuable to you, and and hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of what makes Brisbane tick. Some of the planned videos I'll tell you about in a moment, but let me just mention this desk because this is kind of going forward. This is going to be where I do all the work for the Brisbane Channel. And I found that, just in the time that I've tested it out today, it's been awesome. I've actually done some editing standing up at the desk, and it's been great. So, and the way it works, you can actually program 4 different levels, 4 different heights into it. So I've programmed in a sitting height. The sitting height is this high. And I've also programmed in a standing height, so it's built to my height. So notice the numbers here. The numbers actually show the height in centimeters, and I measured it. It's about 0.5 millimeter out, or 1 millimeter maybe out, but it's pretty accurate. And then here's my standing height. All right, so how do I... Okay, there we go. So this is the height that I use when I'm standing. Now you can see how stable this thing is, that I can sit on here. I've got my computer and 3 monitors. I mean, 2 are pretty light, but this one's pretty substantial. And the desk is dealing fine with it all. Oops, I just bumped it. Okay, you know what? Let me come back down to sitting height. Oh, I bumped it again. There is actually a child lock function on here so that you don't accidentally bump it like I keep doing right now. But you know what? Most of the time I'm not going to be sitting on the desk. So, all right, there we go. So yeah, this is a FlexiSpot E7. FlexiSpot, they're not so well known here in Australia, but apparently in America they're the leading supplier of this kind of sit-stand kind of desk that you can raise and lower electronically. I've got to say it is so stable. This is a bamboo top. You can get different kinds of top, but I chose bamboo because I thought it would kind of go with the black nicely, a bit of brightness, and it is mega solid. I did see they did a test where they put a coin on it just to see how smooth the movement was. So I'm going to just give that a go. If I can stand up this 20-cent piece. All right, there we go. So let's just put it to standing. Look at that. Okay. I thought that could be something that we could debunk about that being maybe fake or something, but no, that's pretty good. All right, let's go back to sitting. All right, so yeah, you can get these now. I'll have a link to the website where you can, if you're interested in buying one of these. You know me and the channel, credibility is really important to me. I wouldn't promote anything that I didn't completely believe was definitely worth checking out, and this is. I'm really looking forward to working with. I mean, it's a desk. Who gets excited about a desk? But I gotta say, I'm excited about it. So yeah, this is gonna just make my working time a little bit less tedious because, you know, I might sit for a while, work, and then I'll press a button, stand for a while, sit again. They say that the healthiest way is to actually alternate between sitting and standing rather than doing one or the other. But they do say that standing helps lower your blood pressure. It's good for circulation. I don't know, I read a bunch of things, but this isn't a medical channel or a health channel, so yeah, I won't go into too much. But I did read in it. It seems that it's more healthy to work standing up, but they say that there are limits, and if you work too long standing, there can be negative effects, like it can bring out varicose veins if you have a disposition to that, things like that. But anyway, yeah, FlexiSpot E7. I recommend the E7, but they've got other models as well that have different features. They've got another one that's got drawers underneath, but I actually really appreciated the opportunity to declutter a little bit. I went through all my drawers on my old desk and emptied it out completely, chucked a heap of stuff out, found places for other things, and it's just created a much better work environment. It's even got a built-in USB-C port to charge your phone, or I don't know what else you want to do with it. There you have it. Upcoming videos on the channel will be the next video. I'm going to be having a look at that INRIX global traffic scorecard that put Brisbane as the 10th worst city in the world for traffic. And we're going to look at, okay, how did they get to that conclusion? And what are maybe some of the flaws in their methodology that they've used to come to that conclusion? So yeah, I'll definitely be looking forward to bringing that one out. After that, I'm going to be doing one assessing the quality of life in Brisbane based on a range of different bits of information there. And yeah, I'm hoping to do a few restaurant videos actually. There's some restaurants I've been meaning to try, and I'm like, hey, why not share it with the people on the channel? I'm sure that lots of you would love to know good places to go. But anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next video.